Section 8 ain't a free ride. If your tenant ain't paying their portion of the rent, you're not getting passive income, you're getting played. I'm gonna say this loud once again for the landlords in the back that ain't been hearing me. Section 8 is not free money. The government does pay a majority of the rent, but it does not mean that the tenant does not pay their portion of the rent. And too many landlords are too afraid to enforce it. Over the years, I've had so many Section 8 tenants try to slide from paying their portion of the rent, and usually their response to me is, well, most of the rent is being paid by the government. Why are you giving me such a hard time for the portion that I'm supposed to be paying you? Nah, I'm sorry. That's not how it works. The tenant, before they moved into the property, signed a lease, and they were fully aware of what the rent payment is going to be. The rent is the rent, regardless if it's $500 or if it's $1,500. And I personally don't care who's paying what. If the government is paying the majority of it and there's a small portion that the tenant is supposed to be paying, regardless what it is the rent and the full amount of rent must be paid. If the full amount of rent is not being paid, the tenant is breaking the lease agreement. I've had to evict Section 8 tenants before, not because I wanted to, but bottom line is, this is business. You wouldn't walk into a grocery store saying that I have a coupon and I thought that everything was free, so why would you think coming into one of my rental properties, you can do that? The problem is, some of you landlords are too afraid of losing out on that Section 8 money, which is why you tolerate that type of nonsense. But long term, that behavior trains your tenants not to respect the lease. Let me be clear, I love Section 8. It's pretty much a guaranteed check that comes from the government, but I also love discipline. If you are letting your tenants skip their portion, you're not running a business, you're really running a charity. And I'm in the business of cash flow because that cash flow helps to maintain that property and the expenses that that property comes with for you as a landlord. So let me ask you as a property owner, if you have a Section 8 tenant that is not paying their portion of the rent, are you letting that slide or are you enforcing the lease? Comment below.